Hey guys, today I'm doing something slightly different. It is a tag video. It is the I Heart Summer tag that Ingrid or Missglamorazzi created, I guess. So yeah, before I start the tag, I just want to say I'm sorry there was not a video up last week. I was not feeling well, and when I was feeling well, I had a dentist appointment. So I did not get one up last week. Because of that, I am probably going to start doing videos just on a weekend and not a set day of the weekend, as in instead of Friday, it may go up on Saturday. So yeah, this one, however, is planned to go up on Friday because I will be busy Saturday and Sunday working on a little bit of a room makeover project that will involve turning our guest room into a home office where I can record and things like that for me. So yeah, let's get started into this tag, and if you see me looking over here or over there, my dresser's over there and I'm probably going to be checking to make sure my candle is not trying to burn down the house. And over here is where everything is, my bed and stuff like that. So yeah, first question, number 1, favorite bronzer for summer? That's pretty easy. I only have a couple bronzers, one of which I love, but 1, it's more expensive, and 2, it has shimmer in it, which I think a good summer bronzer, maybe not the best thing for shimmer. So this one is the NYC Smooth Skin Sunny Bronzer. You've probably heard of this, I'm assuming. Packaging looks like this, and powder looks like this. It's got a cute little sun etched into the surface of the powder. I just like it because it's a matte powder and it's not too dark. I'm a slightly pale person, in case you can't tell, or really just pale in general because I do not go out in the sun a lot. But yeah, that's good bronzer for someone that's slightly paler because it's not too dark or muddy or anything like that, which is good. It also looks pretty natural on skin because it is a slightly lighter bronzer. Second question, you're relaxing in a hammock on a tropical island. What are you sipping on, aka your favorite summer drink? Now, I'm not the type of person that has a favorite drink other than Diet Pepsi, and for the sake of this video, I'm not going to say Diet Pepsi just because that would be boring. I'm going to say my favorite drink currently, which is the strawberries and cream frappuccino from Starbucks. I discovered it this weekend and I love it. And yeah, it's basically, it tastes like a strawberry slushie mixed with a strawberry milkshake, which is incredible. And it's good. It's good. If you like strawberry anything, you need to try it because it's good. And don't be surprised if it's in my favorites video. 3, favorite summer lip product. That would be the Palladio Herbal Lip Gloss in the color 11th Gorgeous, aka the one that the 11th Gorgeous girls, Tracy and Stephanie, made with the company. It's really pretty pink with like sort of blue and purple sparkles. So yeah, that's 2. And sorry, concentrating. That's a swatch. Not only is it a lip gloss, so it's easy to carry around, and you know, it's got that slightly stickiness to it, so it doesn't come off as easy, or it's not also as noticeable when it comes off. But it's also pretty pigmented, as you can tell from the swatch, which is really cool because it can take the place of a lipstick, in my opinion. So yeah, pool or beach? And that's question number 4. I like the beach because it just provides a lot more of an atmosphere, plus it's also kind of a vacation thing, whereas a pool is just kind of one of those things where you go whenever you want, you get in the pool, you spend a couple hours. Yeah, it's one of those things where the pool is nice and I like it occasionally, but with the beach, because I'm not going to be in the water much anyway, just because, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not going to get any deeper than I can stand in, so it's like I'm not swimming anyway. I like the beach because it's just kind of, you know, it's relaxing. You can walk on the beach, collect seashells. Plus, you know, with the beach comes great seafood places, and depending on where you are, there might be like malls and stuff like that, which is awesome. So yeah, I like the beach. 5, summer equals crazy hair. What's your must-have styling product? For me, crazy hair is not just summertime, it is all year round, because in case you couldn't tell, I've got a bit of natural curl going on. And it sort of just drives me nuts. I love my hair because, I mean, this is how it looks when there's nothing in it. This is also how it looks when there's this stuff in it. And in case you can't read the label, because I cannot read it in the viewfinder, it is the Garnier Fruit Tea Style Power Putty Surfer Hair. Says windblown surfer look, all day, strong hold. So yeah, I guess it's sort of like a similar type thing to sea salt spray. Is a new thing. It's a new tub of it. And the last one I had, you know, the formula was not. I think they changed the formulation because the tub looks different since the last one I had. Plus, it smells different. It looks like this, you know, sort of a white consistency. It's a really confusing texture, and I would touch it, but I don't really want to because I have nothing to wipe my hands on. But basically what you do is you take a dime-sized amount of it, and this is what I do. I'm not really going to read the label because I don't pay attention to the label anyway. I do this. I've had this hair type long enough to know how to style it. And of course, if you get it and you want to read the label, obviously it may work for you that way too. You take like a dime-sized amount and you like warm it up in your hands and then you scrunch it through your hair. And even though, you know, it's scrunching it into your hair, for me, because this is how my hair looks without anything in it anyway, all it really does is add more hold to it. Because where I live, it is extremely humid and it rains, and it's the place I live, it's wonderful because it's warm. Like, it was literally in the high 80s, low 90s in January. Warm almost all year round. It's a beautiful place to live, but at the same time, the weather gets very hormonal and it is not friends with hair. And with my hair, because of the humidity and all that, it'll get really frizzy, and you know, depending on how the weather's acting, the curls will like fall out and it'll just be flat and gross and frizzy looking. With that stuff, it holds the curl a lot more, and it also, because it's got that hold, it doesn't frizz as easily. So that's why I like that stuff. And like I said, I believe it's intended to be sort of an alternative to like a sea salt spray. I personally don't really like sea salt sprays because the ones I've used have always seemed to make my hair crunchy and just not worth the trouble. That doesn't do that. It goes into your hair, and unless you tell someone, no one will know that you have product in your hair. Or at least no one seems to know with mine. But then again, it's because my hair naturally looks like this. 6, sunbathing or fake tan. I don't really do either because I believe I mentioned earlier, I am a pale person, and I actually kind of like being pale, I'm not gonna lie. I don't go out in the sun a lot because my skin is really sensitive to it. Like I don't tan, I burn, and it's just not pretty. Literally, I got a sunburn on my face 2 or 3 years ago now, and there's still redness and dry patches and all that were not there before I was burned, that's there now, and it's not cute. So for the sake of that, I'm going to say if I tan it all, it'll probably be fake tan. Although, I'm a little scared to try fake tanning, not going to lie. Favorite summer nail polish. This one is pretty easy. It is China Glazes for Audrey. Looks like this, pretty self-explanatory. If you don't know, this is the one that is supposed to be specifically formulated to match the same shade of blue as like a Tiffany box. And it does. It literally does. If you have a Tiffany box at home or something like that, you need to find this nail polish and test it out. I would show you, but that would involve me going out of frame to grab said Tiffany box because I have one. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Plus it's one of those, bluish, greenish colors. It's just, it's really good for summertime. Plus I love Tiffany blue. I'm going to paint my guest room that's going to be turned into my home office type deal a sort of Tiffany blue color, so yeah. 8. Any summer traditions? For me, that would be concerts, which may or may not sound strange. The deal with the concerts is, since I was probably 13, my family has gotten into a habit of, as part of my birthday gift, instead of something like an actual gift, if one of the musicians I like would be coming to Atlanta or just near our area in general, my parents would always try and get me concert tickets. Said concert tickets usually, not always, but usually come out around the time of my birthday. I remember I got tickets for a concert I'm going to the first weekend in August that came out a week after my birthday. So, the concert tickets are kind of a birthday gift, plus because they're always, summertime and stuff like that. And most of the concerts we go to are in Atlanta, which most tours don't start out in Atlanta. They start out, somewhere random. So by the time they get to Atlanta on their tour, whoever said musician would be, it's most of the time in August. I've been to 3 that were not in August. And those were in October, March, and July. So yeah, but nonetheless, I always try to get concert tickets for my birthday if one of the musicians or bands I like to go see is touring later in the summer. So that's sort of the explanation for my concert tradition thing. It's this big deal I make out of it where, my dad and I go to Atlanta and we go to the concert and we just have fun, and it's crazy. It is so much fun. But yeah, that's my tradition for what's it called? Summer. Other than that, we don't really have a lot of traditions. We don't do anything really special for Memorial Day or 4th of July because we don't live near family members. We have my dad's family, which lives at the northern end of the state, and my mom's family lives at the southern end of the state, and my dad and I live in the middle part of the state. So we don't live close enough to family members to really spend time with them and do stuff like cookouts on 4th of July and Memorial Day. So, every year we just sort of play it by ear. What we usually do is, this year we, for 4th of July, we cleaned the house and we slept late, and my dad got us barbecue for lunch because I refused to go 4th of July without having a barbecue or seeing fireworks. And since I did not see fireworks this year, well, technically I did. but my neighbor was setting off illegal fireworks, so I don't think that really counts. So yeah, favorite summer scent. This one is pretty easy for me. It is the Bath & Body Works Hawaii Coconut. I don't think they have the Hawaii coconut, so to speak, this year. They have some other scent that's coconut, and it may be like, I think it's Aruba coconut they have this summer. But either way, I'm sure it smells pretty similar to this. It just smells like coconuts, and for me, I just like it because nothing reminds me of summer more than coconuts. Plus, that's always the one I seem to levitate to. I've been levitating to it a little bit less this year because I have a couple newer perfumes and body sprays. But last year, that was virtually the only thing I would wear from April to September. It was ridiculous. Favorite barbecue food. This is going to be chopped pork or pulled pork, depending on who's making the barbecue or which restaurant for barbecue you go to, because some places pull it and some places chop it, and it's confusing. I'm saying chopped pork because the place I like barbecue from, where I live, does chopped instead of pulled, and I think maybe the barbecue place near my grandparents' house, that is like the best barbecue place in the world, and it's really sad that they're not a chain. I think they do chopped as well. So yeah, I just like that because I'm a Georgia girl, and most Georgia girls, it seems like they are carnivores. I am certainly no exception to that sort of rule, I guess. What's your favorite summer-proof product? That one is going to be pretty easy. It is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. I'm in the color number 3 Natural. Looks like this. Powder's like this. The reason I like the powder is because it's matte, so it's pretty good about keeping the oily look on your face, gone, which is good because summertime, most people's faces get pretty oily during summertime because it's hot and people are sweating and stuff like that. I like to put it over my liquid foundation because it sort of, mattifies everything, and for some reason, my foundation looks like it matches my skin perfectly in the bottle, but it doesn't match it perfectly on my face. It's slightly light for me. With the powder, though, it matches me perfectly. So, there's that. And also, because it's the summertime and I'm not in school and I don't really want to wear a lot of makeup a lot of the time, I love that powder just because it is technically a powder foundation, and it actually does give you enough coverage that if you want to throw on some makeup to meet somebody for lunch at Chick-fil-A, but you don't feel like going through the entire process of putting on foundation and blending it in and just wasting an extra 5 minutes of your time when you're running late. I like the powder just because it does give me enough coverage for my taste, for what I like. So yeah, that stuff is amazing and I love it. I think it was in my favorites last month. So yeah. The last question is, any summer vacation plans this year? If no plans, tell us about your dream summer trip. I've already mentioned I'm going to a concert in August. That's sort of a vacation type deal that I'm doing with my dad. So yeah, it's going to be in Atlanta. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're probably going to spend the night, and it's going to be, it's a big deal, and we'll probably stop by a couple places and visit some old family friends because we used to live in Atlanta. So yeah, there's that. One we already did was this year for Memorial Day, and we may or may not continue to do this and make it a tradition. We haven't, this is the first year we've done it. But this year for Memorial Day, we went to Hilton Head, which is, it's pretty awesome. They've obviously got the beach. They've got killer seafood restaurants. If you like crab legs, And I don't know how many people that's going to watch this like crab legs. I personally have been addicted since I was a child. Unlike most people that don't develop a taste for things like crab legs and coffee when they get a little bit older, when I was a child, I was drinking coffee literally before I was 1. Because my grandmother would keep slipping me coffee. So yeah, my parents didn't care because they knew I liked coffee. They knew. And crab legs I've been eating not since I was 1, but certainly since I was really young, like 5 or 6 probably. And it's just really good. It's kind of, it requires some effort to eat them, but the crab legs at Crazy Crab are literally the best crab legs I've ever had in my life, and I've had crab legs from several different places. Literally, if you're ever in Hilton Head and you like crab legs, you need to go to Crazy Crab, or you will just be depressed, because it's just amazing. So yeah, they've also got 2 outlet malls, the Tanger outlets, they've got 2 of them. So they've got good shopping. So yeah, that was pretty much what we did on our Hilton Head trip. Is, you know, we spent a little bit of time on the beach. Most of the time was spent eating, shopping, and sleeping. Which is, in my opinion, the best vacation to have, is eating, shopping, and sleeping. So yeah, that's it for this video. My rambling for this video is over. I hope you have an awesome weekend, depending on when you're seeing this. If you are seeing this on Sunday, if I'm just terrible at uploading things on time, then I hope you have an awesome week next week. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you like, and if you have any requests or suggestions on videos, leave them in the comments. I will be putting a post on one of my Tumblr pages, because I have 2 now. It'll probably be my more not as professional type Tumblr page that this goes up on. I will be posting a post with the questions and the answers. Or not the answers. I'll post the questions on my Tumblr page and link it in the description if you want to do this. I would put it in the description, but I don't have the patience to write it in that tiny little box where you're supposed to write the description. I can barely put my Twitter link in that. So yeah, I will post those questions on Tumblr, and I will make sure to link those questions from that Tumblr post in the description. So yeah, like I said, hope you have a wonderful weekend or week, depending on when you are seeing this. And yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye!